Hello Mindfulness Project family! Another day of our Christmas Advent calendar. The today theme is loneliness, and Christmas is supposed to be the time where we practice love. Christmas is supposed to be the time where we mingle with our family, where we are just living this deep bonds we have. But the reality looks a lot of times very different. So especially for people, for example, who have lost a loved person recently, like a relative or somebody very close to their heart, Christmas can become a very lonely and very sad time, because especially in these special moments you feel the loss of this person even more. Or other people who have moved to a different city and are away from their relatives or something like this. People who are ill in these times, or there are a couple of people who can feel very lonely in these times. But also in general, our whole society is just bringing us more and more to a place where we are disconnected from our surrounding, where we are just more focused on our little core family, just my partner, my child, or something like that, and that's about it. Or a lot of times we are in troubled families. It is not this shiny kind of picture Christmas wants to draw. There are alcoholic families, drug addicted families, but also our just normal kind of difficulties living together in our families these days, because nobody's teaching us anymore how to do that. So loneliness is a much bigger theme than you think. I remember on a flea market in Germany, we were doing a big free hug session, where we just started to hug people, and it was so touching. And there was an older woman, and I hugged her, and it was so nice. And then she just looked at me with tears in her eyes, saying, "Do you know how long ago it was that actually somebody was hugging me?" And that was very touching for me. So it's one of our tasks actually in our times to become aware of our loneliness. And a lot of times we are not even aware that we are lonely. We are not even aware that we have developed a lot of rituals how to kind of cover up our loneliness. We have people we're hanging out with, we are sitting in front of the computer, we are listening to music, we're on Facebook and Instagram all the time, and it gives us kind of the illusion of connection. But in reality, when we just look inside, when we close our eyes, or when we go on a meditation retreat, then we feel these kind of feelings, and it can become very painful. And a lot of energy we put into life is basically because we don't want to feel this loneliness we have inside. So basically there are two different things. There is being alone and loneliness. It's very important that we have times alone for ourselves. It's very important that we just retreat and connect deeply with our heart, because it's only in silence that can actually happen. And it's a different thing to want to be away from people, or to be really lonely. And there are a couple of things which happen in our life which led us to certain belief systems about us. If we have the belief system we are not lovable enough. I carried around a lot the belief system I'm uninteresting. That whenever I talk with somebody, I had the feeling the conversations were going kind of not so smooth, and I always had the feeling people get very bored talking to me. And so these kind of belief systems, which are coming from our old experiences, sometimes lead us to the place where we feel better running away from people than really embracing and going out and live our full potential. So the Christmas time is actually the time where we go inside, where we go into silence, where we just retreat from people from time to time and sit down and really connect with our feelings and just start to feel loneliness if it's there. You know, start to feel our vulnerability or our fear we have of other people. And then it's a good idea to start to do something about it. To first, in these times where you're alone with yourself, to start to deal with your belief systems you have about yourself. To really go inside and see, you know, that there's a lot of illusion in your mind, because in reality you're the shining light. In reality you have so much potential, and in reality you mean so much for other people. You know, you all have a best friend, and you're the most important person for this person in his or her life, you know, to become aware about the potential you have, and also, you know, to shed tears about the things which led you to these belief systems, to, you know, take the time to reflect on it, and then use the community around you, use the mindfulness network, use, you know, the people you have met in the project who are on the same page than you, and maybe reach out to them. And please comment in the section below, and maybe just write down what you would like to do in the next year to make steps out of loneliness, because it's a conscious act to do that. It's a conscious act to not believe your belief system, because the belief systems are there. They're not vanishing just by becoming aware of them, but we need to come to the point where we say, yeah, I have this belief system, but I don't let it rule my life anymore. I'm just going out, I'm just connecting with people on a deep level. I become more authentic in myself, to my family, to my colleagues, to all the people out there, and start to become this shining light I am. And this is what Jesus wanted to bring into this world, this light, this beauty, this enthusiasm about everything. So enjoy your day, enjoy this Christmas time, and yeah, whenever something comes up, put it down here and we connect with each other. Have a wonderful time, and give us a thumb up if you like this video. I love you.